Hype for though? You know what I'm hype for, man?
What you hype for?
That Star Wars Celebration did something else. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, okay. Battlefront 2. Yes! Yes!
Alright, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I'm conflicted when this trailer came out because one, I remember how much they fucked me out of $60 for that first Battlefront. Man, I was pissed.
It's not that bad.
I enjoyed it. Wait. Hold on, I got this, Anthony. No, one, it was bad because they gave me basic level designs. They just gave me pretty fucking levels, which I appreciate the graphic art they went into this. But they gave me basic levels. They took away a lot of the features that the original consoles had, and they still charged me extra for DLC that were just map modes.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this in the way where. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna do this like in a Congo line or whatever. Like next is gonna be Anthony. Then that's gonna hear Justin. Then I'm gonna go to Alan, etc. So Anthony, go ahead. Your rebuttal.
Gotcha. Like you said, all that you said mostly negative points. Then why the fuck are you happy? Like why?
Because I see from this trailer showing me they're actually gonna do the multiple map modes and they're really teasing the space battles, which is gonna be amazing with the graphics we got nowadays.
Oh wait, hold on. I got a little question too. Infinite Warfare much, motherfucker.
What? All right, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront did
Call
it
of
first.
Duty wins.
No, Star Wars
fucks.
Battlefront did it first on the original Xbox, man. If anything, Infinite Warfare copied them.
Fuck you.
I'll put that shit down.
Justin is next in the Congo line, I believe.
Justin, go ahead.
Not the Congo line. We're not in Congo.
Shut the fuck up.
God, dude, what's up with white people arguing all the fucking time?
I'm joking. I love you.
God.
Anyway,
dude, I bet white people come out of the vagina already arguing.
Stop.
God damn it. Go ahead.
Anyways, as a guy who this weekend has been binging through the first, the new Battlefront, because it's free. They have all the DLC for free this weekend, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, did it?
But
actually, it's not free in Canada.
It probably isn't. But to be fair, I thought the first Battlefront games were good, but I don't get the fervent love for them. Where I'm like, they were fine, but everything that people say about the new Battlefront being crappy and that stuff, those are kind of the same things I said about the old Battlefront games. So I'm just like, they're fine. They're not really all that special. They're fun. And I feel like, hey, if Battlefront 2 can improve upon everything that people want, and then the stuff that did work, like how good it looked, how well it played functionally, all this great sound design and that stuff, then sure. And also, Ganja, to your point, the space battles, the space battles are my favorite part of the whole thing. Like once they added the Scarif and the Death Star DLCs, where it's like, this is the stuff I want to play. If there's more of that, then sure, I'll be excited. I'm just I don't know. I don't get that people are like, man, that's right.
No, just quick point. Like, and yesterday the space battles, and maybe I just got it out of my system, but I don't even know if anybody remembers this. But on the GameCube, it was this little game called Star Wars Rogue Squadron, where you pretty much the entire game is space battles and stuff like that. I think they even came up with a sequel. I got it out of my system. So when I seen it in Battlefront, granted it's with new graphics, I was just like, it's kind of just more of the same. So it goes back to what you said, Justin. It's just like, why is everybody hyped about these things? It's just because it has Star Wars on it. That's pretty much it.
Now, I'm going to throw this at Alan, because the thing is, me and Allie played with you a lot on Battlefront, and you were just so prestiged out and fucking just like, holy shit. Like, I don't even know how you had time to do all that, but what do you think about Battlefront 2? Might as well be called Battlefield. What do you think?
It is.
Day one, I will buy it, because I fucking do. DICE has become, slowly becoming my favorite fucking developer, because they're the only fucking people that can make a first-person shooter that's actually good.
Hey, who are they
with
called
the
again?
Battlefield series, with Battlefront,
okay, that's ISIS. I was like, oh shit.
I love Battlefront. Sorry, was it?
I knew it.
No, you just scared me for a second, Alan, because I thought you said like, oh man, like ISIS is my favorite developer. I'm like,
We found out.
Their games are quite explosive.
Yeah, exactly. No, but no.
Anyway,
is this something, Alan, that you were like waiting for, like as far as the Star Wars Celebration thing? We're kind of like, oh, I can't wait till they show that new Battlefront 2.
I was just waiting for, I knew that they were working on it, because again, the first one was very successful, and DICE, they've been knocking it out of the park. Like, I fucking love the shit out of Battlefield 1. So the fact that they take what you learned from Battlefield 1 and incorporate it into Battlefront 2, I love the original Battlefront on Xbox. That's one of my favorite games, one of the first games I beat multiple times. And there were so many weird different things with that. Like the actual just on foot battles were really fun. The space battles were great, not because you were flying in space, but because they were much more than that. You can fly around in space, but you can also land and infiltrate an enemy hangar on foot and have like actual battles in there. So it was evolution as the game went on. And when I got the new one, I'm like, oh, it's not gonna have this stuff. What does it have? Incredible battles, some of the best. Like it's 20v20, but it was some of the most entertaining battles I've ever played. So just playing around, having the jetpacks, seeing the Jedi running around, people in robots, like I loved every second of that game. So I'm excited as fuck for the new one.
Yeah, so I can't wait to. Jax, actually, have you played the first Battlefront? Man?
Yes, that was the reason I was fat as a kid. That was the reason I was so fat. I love Battlefront so much. I would come home from school, eat Krispy Kremes, have a 2-liter bottle of Shasta, and I would just play that. And I would just
we
get
got like all these franchises, Power Rangers,
oh my God.
Krispy Kreme, fucking.
I loved it. I loved that game so much. You know what was funny? It was the second one. Like I thought the first one was a great game, but the second one was. I'm really hyped for the new one coming out now. But the second one I just loved as much because like you could be the Jedi and you could be like Boba Fett, and I just love being Boba Fett and throwing time bombs at people and then flying off like oh, fuck you, Buster. And then I just thought it was hilarious. Then like the space battles. I'm not gonna lie, the space battles like. I fucking sucked at those as a kid. I would get triggered so bad at those. I loved them because they were fun to do. But this guy would just like snipe me in the back and then fly off. And so like I started putting in the cheat codes for like God mode. I was like, oh, fuck you. And then I just started doing that. I love it. So I hope they can do that in the new one.
I will say this. Like, I just can't get hype. I think after they killed that one project, I just can't get hype for another Star Wars game. But after they killed 1313, after
they are
killed
doing a 3D like third-person game at some point. They teased it by like literally a 2-second thing, but they are working on some sort of like not 1313, but like an actual like third-person game.
And I think they actually have the people that are from the Uncharted series, so I'm pretty sure you will get excited from that, Anthony.
Yeah, the writer from Uncharted is working on that.
Shit. Now that would be fucking cool. Like the people from Uncharted, like them working on the game, like almost not Star Wars 1313. Like it'd probably be like a similar case with the Last Guardian. Like they had to switch platforms and shit like that. They was like in development hell for so long. So I would totally love to see something like that because I want to play it.
Or Too Human.
Yeah, or Too Human. But I would love to play like just a solo. I guess I'm just getting numb with all these like team class based games with just a different coat of paint. Like I want a solo Star Wars story. Like that's probably one reason why I enjoy the Force Unleashed games more so than the other.
Yeah, I did enjoy the Force Unleashed games.
Those are great.
You know, it was a good game. I actually
Star Destroyer out of the sky.
I really enjoyed the the Star Destroyer scene was great. I love the even though the movie's not that great, but the Revenge of the Sith video game I played the hell out of as a kid with the lightsaber fights and like when you went and massacred all the Jedi in the temple. That I replayed that level so many times. I was just
you got the murder of a fucking librarian with a lightsaber, man. It was great.
Yeah,
that was kind of like the Wolverine
people.
That was kind of like the Wolverine origin game where the movie sucked, but the game was amazing.
Yeah, remember when you freaking shoved that guy's head in the helicopter blades? Just like,
oh fuck yeah,
yeah, that was.
You all right?
I want to. Wow. Well, I don't know what you're about to eat.
Not Riz, man. He never finished it.
No, I was just saying, like, y'all got a good point. Like, games that's based off movies tend to be really, really good for some reason. I don't know why. Like, Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, no, I don't know about that.
No,
if the movie sucks, the video game is good. That's how it usually is.
No,
that's the thing I want to bring up really quick too, because here's the thing that really kind of like got me to know more about Star Wars. And granted, I do like the stuff a little bit now because of Force Awakens and everything. But like when I play Battlefront, the issue with that game is that it starts off really fucking good because it's like, dude, this is like Call of Duty, but like way better, and it has all these fucking guns, and it has all this and whatever. And then as you play the game more, you realize how empty Star Wars is in general and the universe is because, like, okay, they give you all these characters, but as you continue playing all these characters and you get to unlock like the Emperor and he for like 2 minutes or whatever, and you're doing all these moves, you realize this is cool until like you do it more than once. You're like, yeah, this is just empty. Like even the guns, like they have like 20 guns and they all feel and look the same and they all do the same shit. And it's like, oh, that's why I don't like Star Wars all this much, because it's just the same shit, just like named differently or sold differently or wrapped up in a different type of like description. But
why do you like Call of Duty?
Because, dude, honestly, I can have one gun and play the fuck out of it and unlock another gun, and it's a totally different feel.
The thing is, though, you're not playing a Call of Duty game. You're essentially playing a Battlefield game. Battlefield has always been.
Well, you're technically playing a Medal of Honor game. If you're playing any
no. What I mean is, I'm bringing up a point. Like, Battlefield has always been large battles. When like some of the stuff like these are showing right there, like Battlefield games and to Battlefront to an extent because they're made by the same people. It's not about TDM 16, 8 versus 8. It's about 20 versus 20 over this huge battlefield. So when you're playing something like I can't remember what the games are, AT Rush or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh,
that's the selling point of the game is that game mode. Because it's this giant open map that gives you different stories, you're not always doing the same thing. Sometimes you're winning, sometimes you're losing. Sometimes you're the reason the team wins or loses. Like,
but that's the
why
thing that's frustrating for me though, is that you play Battlefield 1 or even Battlefield 4 or whatever, and like I don't even like the multiplayer, but there's so much shit to do. Like you can just go into other vehicles that are spawned at your base, or you have all these different guns that feel different. This game is actually larger than Battlefield, yet for some reason it's so empty. There's something about it that's just like I'd rather play Battlefield.
I don't think that's more of a problem with the game itself, although it could be. But I think it's more a problem with the video game industry and the oversaturation of first-person shooters.
No, I think it is. Yeah. I think with Battlefront, I think what it is that it's based off a franchise. Because here's the thing: people used to complain back in the days of the Nintendo and whatever, where it's like they release a game based on a movie, and it's like, wait, Back to the Future doesn't have this scene. Why does this game have aliens in it? What the fuck? But it's like nowadays we're able to make it just like the movie. So when the game is just like the movie, we can't do anything that's extra like, whoa, that's badass, because that's not in the movie. So it's like I can't make up my own blaster. I can't do this particular thing because we need to stick true to the series, and the series is not fucking interesting enough, or what I mean, it's not good enough for
you. I really think that's just you, Nick. I really think, like you said, it's not interesting to you, like as an individual.
I will say though, Nick does have a really good point about it, like feeling very empty and like not having as much. And part of that is very much the reason is because they were sort of put on a rush to get this out because they got the license basically like a year and a half before Force Awakens dropped. So they were like, all right, we need a video game by the time Force Awakens drops. Get to it. But we kind of want to add a little bit more into it. Don't care. We need this out before Force Awakens. Get it out.
That's what I'm worried about the sequel doing that possibly, because they need to do a lot for this sequel to bring a lot of people back to it, because the first one was such bare bones.
Like, that's the thing, Anthony, is like when you play these games, like even the maps, like I'll say something as simple as the maps, because I think all of us have played all the maps and we played just an hour of the game.
30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And like, the maps, granted, oh man, I love the maps too because they feel just like the movie. Like, dude, I mean, I know Jack said something about he doesn't really like the places too much. I fucking love the places. But the problem is though, they can't just make up their own map and do something creative. They had to do it like the movie. So all you get is the indoor fucking place, and then you get the fucking snow place. Like, all these gifs that people are posting in the chat, they're all from the same map. That's not because they're choosing to fucking do that. That's your only option.
I think like I do agree with you.
You're not wrong, but rushing is probably what really, because the people are complaining. Why aren't you just doing the other movies or the other trilogy? You're only picking the sequels. Yeah. And it's just like they only had like maybe 2 years to do this. It sucks because it's a great game. They had like an extra 2 years to make this game. That'd probably be one of the best games ever made.
I mean, I'm looking forward to this, dude. I mean, there's not much else to say. It is just a trailer, but like, dude, I love the game that came before this, not the first Battlefront, but the one that's before this one, and it was fun, and I still play it to this day. And honestly, it gives me my Call of Duty fix that I didn't really get from Infinite Warfare, because that game is just trying to be Overwatch. Like, I mean, it's good, but like, come on. Yeah.
I don't know what the details are exactly yet, but apparently they've been debating whether or not to start making a generational Call of Duty movie series.
I would love Matt Damon to be in that shit. Just have him lost somewhere and they had to go get him.
That idea is right under that Steven Spielberg Halo movie that was supposed to happen like 10 years ago. That shit ain't gonna happen.
It's gonna be like Spider-Man Generations. It's gonna be like different like Call of Duty characters from different things all joining in to fight like Battlefield or some bullshit.
No, the biggest thing though, and it gets me excited about video game movies, because District 9 originally was Resistance: Fall of Man, the movie. Like that.
Actually, it was originally the Halo movie, is what happened.
Okay, maybe I did fuck that up then. I don't know. Because
that makes me love it even more.
Yeah, that was a Halo movie, dude. I don't care that no one was in some big ass suit, Master Chef, whatever.
Yeah, they were. That was the end of the movie.
Master Chef.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Master Chef.
That's a whole different game.
Just took the eye out.
I hope they never make.
I don't call him Master Chief because I always miss when I try to type his name. Like, MacBook thinks I'm fucking hungry and wants to always tell me that I'm saying Master Chef. So fuck you, dude, Master Chef.
I'm going to watch Master Chef.
Cortana, you bloody whore! You gotta make these good things. You gotta make them better.
And that's Hell's Kitchen, motherfucker.
I thought that was